Joined now with more and that wider conversation that was promised. Victor Manjarrez joins us, the former chief of the U.S. Border Patrol's El Paso and Tucson sectors. So thank you, Victor. Your impression there, as you said, the Mexican president, according to Kelly, took a shot at the former president about building walls and speaking to President Biden. Your impression of what you just heard and the meeting between Mr. Biden and the Mexican president today?
Well, it's always a positive when you can have the leadership, the highest leadership of any two nations get together and start discussing the issues. But, you know, really the proof is going to be in the details. And what I heard in that short clip, though, was a little disturbing because we talked about tools, right? It talked about, one was the walls, but they talked about surges of law enforcement personnel to our southern border. But you didn't really hear anything about what the Mexican government was going to do internally on that, because what we're seeing is obviously, a massive wave of migration, right, entering the United States. We're seeing fentanyl at higher levels and things of that nature. But those are just two symptoms of an uncontrolled border. There's much more that's occurring under the umbrella of the cartels that we haven't quite addressed.
Let me talk about fentanyl in particular. It was a topic not only today, but when President Biden met with Xi Jinping, the president of China, earlier the week. And we're going to go back to that day and listen to the president, what he said specifically about fentanyl, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Here's President Biden.
The challenge has evolved from finished fentanyl to fentanyl chemical ingredients and pill presses, which are being shipped without control. And by the way, some of these pills are being inserted in other drugs like cocaine. A lot of people are dying. More people in the United States between the ages of 18 and 49 die from fentanyl than from guns, car accidents, or any other cause, period.
Well, the last part highlights how big the problem is, which we know. On the precursor chemicals that the president is referring to, that was telling China, hey, you have to crack down on that. But tell us how that works and what the problem is as it relates to the conversation today and Mexico.
Well, it really comes up to the idea of import controls by the Mexican government. When you're looking at precursors coming in from China, they're huge. That's the most significant export China has in terms of narcotics into Mexico. And the cartels know that. They're actually fighting over some of the major ports of entry to control that type of highway for the precursors. Because once you have the precursors, you can distribute that anywhere in the country, in Mexico and the United States, put that together. It doesn't take much to cook that stuff up together. It doesn't take a huge logistics or overhead to do that. And you can make a ton of money. And so Mexico has a tough challenge. So not only looking at migration that's entering their southern border, going through their country, they're looking at the import of precursors.
Yeah,
that's coming in. And it's all under that umbrella of the cartels. And quite frankly, the cartels operate like a franchise. They've adopted kind of like a McDonald's franchise model. Is they subsume small gangs who may do, may do drug smuggling, may do human smuggling, human trafficking. They may do extortion, things of that nature. And these are just revenue streams. And that's the challenge for Mexico. It isn't simply just a law enforcement issue. It becomes a culture changing issue. Changing their form of justice, or the way the form of justice is perceived in Mexico.
Wow, it gives you an idea, that McDonald's comparison, of how complicated all of this is, and how even though it's such terrible stuff, how well run it is. So almost like a a well-run business, unfortunately. Victor, thank you for your insight today. We appreciate it. We're going to get into this new back. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.